All right, where's everybody at? All righty, looks like it's working now. All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Like it's working now. Did you had some tech issues getting in? I had some tech issues getting in. I don't know if you guys did or not. How's everybody doing today? Doing good. Awesome.
Doing good.
Did you guys get some tech issues getting in? I couldn't log in. It kept telling me unknown error.
I didn't have any issues.
Oh,
Me
okay.
either.
Oh, okay. Must be on my side then. Must be on my side. Hey, Michelle, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Morning. What's happening? Everybody doing good? Are you guys still getting the emails and the text messages every day, stuff like that? You guys still getting those?
Yes.
Okay. I was making sure the communication is still getting out there. Well, awesome, guys. Can y'all believe it? We at day 4. Wow. Day number 4. And I'm excited. I still feel good. Got a lot of good stuff to share. You guys been showing up in an awesome way. So I love it. I love it when I see that. Yes. So yeah, it got a little chilly where I'm at too. Weather changed. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I got my
Yeah.
heating blanket on.
Bro, I hear you. Now where you at, Monique? Where you at again?
I'm in Philly, so it didn't got cold because I felt it this morning. I got my from little t-shirt to sweatshirts. So yeah, this car got cold. She's right.
And I'm in Texas, so
Wow.
it's not cold, but it just got a little
It
chilly.
got a little chilly.
But up there, it's probably cold already. Up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And Melissa, where you at again?
Texas.
And Michelle, where you at again?
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Literally in my
Awesome.
mobile office, my car today, but I'm literally in Dallas. But yeah, the weather's just a little chilly. It's gonna get hot again today.
Oh, you already know how it is.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Melissa, upstate New York. Oh, Melissa, oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. You can't stay. I hope you can stay as long as you can. But definitely check out the recording. If you have to leave during the training today, I understand. But yeah. Well, awesome guys. Well, hey, you know how we do this. Uh for VIP. Oh, Melissa left already. I was about to share a nugget. She took off already. I think she said she had to go. All right, but hey, you guys know how we do the VIP. I want to share a nugget with you too before we even dive into the VIP. Is that okay if I share a nugget with you? That
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
All right. Let me share a nugget with you. And I think it's a really powerful nugget. And I think it's something that as entrepreneurs that we can tend to underestimate. And and by underestimating is that we tend to focus on a lot of other things to do to grow our business and different things like that. And this is one part that I know I neglected for years. I and it's easy to substitute strategies for this as well, right? Now you got to have strategies to grow your business, but there are some other things that can actually have a dramatic effect on your business as well. So I want to share a nugget with you as well that I just had this little awesome revelation. But are you aware that the most important organ in your body is not your brain, but it's your mouth? It's your mouth. Your income can either exponentially grow or stay the same based on your level of communication. How we communicate how we communicate with others, how we communicate in the marketplace, how we put words together, how effective they are or how not effective they are, determines how much success we have in our business. I didn't truly understand it till recently, because for years, I always focused on strategy, 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 and you need strategies. But what most people neglect is improving their ability to communicate. If you know, there are 4 levels of learning. I'm not gonna get into the 4 levels of learning, but like my mentor Myron teaches the 4 levels of learning, and the lowest level of learning is actually strategies, but the highest level of learning is one imagination, and the one just below that is communication. People who can communicate effectively earn anywhere from $1 million to $1 billion plus a year. I'd say 1 million to 1 billion with a B. So the better you can communicate, the faster you will see a dramatic effect on your income. So I'm gonna share with you 3 powerful nuggets, 3 ways that you can improve your communication. Is that okay if I share those nuggets with you guys? I can keep it to myself, you know, but it's up to you guys. I hated that we missing because of some VIPs today, because they're missing out on some good stuff right now. Let me make sure. Let me give everybody 2 more minutes to pop on. I'm share this nugget with you, because this is good. All right. All right. So the first way to improve your communication, the first way is to listen to yourself speak. The more you listen to yourself speak, it's something I talked about this in my book, Kingdom Affirmations, that the way our mind works, what is the name of this? Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna read this to you. I'm gonna take questions too, guys. I want to share this nugget with you. I'm trying to find this so you get this effect, because it's a very powerful effect. Let's see, where is this? Okay. This is more on affirmations called image streaming. But what it is, our brain, it's a technique called image streaming that actually God made up, but a guy named by the name of Win Winger, I think a German guy, first publicized it or put a name around it outside of the Bible. And basically what he's talking about is how your brain creates something called a feedback loop when you hear words that come out of your mouth and go back into your ears. And it's also how, you know, it's more in depth. I talk about in my book. So if you guys got my book, I'll dive into that much more. But the more you can hear yourself speak, and the more you pay attention to your speech, the more you will realize areas of improvement. So here's something you can do by listening to yourself. Here's what I recommend. Find yourself a good book. Hey, Kingdom Affirmations, the Bible, or whatever else, something that motivation inspires you, something that you will definitely be into. And read a good book out loud at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes a day. See, if you notice, we don't read out loud anymore, especially once we left, you know, traditional school. We don't read out loud anymore. You know, we read silently, but that doesn't help our speaking skills. That doesn't help our communication. If you read a book out loud at least 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, it's going to begin to train your ears to listen to certain things. It's going to train your mouth on how to move to articulate certain words. And it's going to begin to train your tongue and to articulate words better, a lot more fluently. Now, like someone like myself, I talk fast at times. And if times I even stutter, I got that from my mom. But so I had to make a concerted effort, like I told my son, my youngest son. Because I got him doing this now. I got my youngest, he's 10. And when he was born, he had a lot of clogged ears. He had ear infections. He had to get tubes in his ear and all this kind of stuff. So it affected his speech as far as being able to articulate and pronounce enunciate words. So he was with a speech therapist for the last 2 years, and he just graduated from a speech therapist last week. And but I told him, we still want to make sure you're still cognizant of you saying your words. I said, so what you're going to do is you're going to read out loud every day, at least for 15 minutes a day. I said, the more you do it, the more confidence you're going to get in your speech. And also, you're going to listen to yourself speak, and you're going to make sure that you are enunciating the words properly. So, I got this one. I was taking him to school. I had him reading his Proverbs. Was today Proverbs today 17? I said, read Proverbs 17 out loud to me. So I was driving to school. He's reading Proverbs 17 out loud to me. And so that's a powerful technique. First is to listen to yourself speak. So read a book out loud at least 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. That's the first way to improve your communication. The second way is to try to speak publicly as often as possible. You know, if there's doing webinars, doing events, doing classes, master classes, hosting things. Also, I remember when I was in my late 20s, I joined an organization called Toastmasters. You guys familiar with that? You know, and Toastmasters, I did Toastmasters almost 2 years, I believe. And it was really good because it made me be a lot more confident, you know, speaking in front of people and speaking in front of people of all ages. Like, it wasn't just my peers, you know, and it wasn't just people look like me. It was all kinds of different people, different ages, different ethnicities. And so Toastmasters is a great organization to be a part of for speaking. Also, you can even start your own club where finding like-minded people say, hey, we're putting together a group to improve our communication. Who want to be a part of it? It may be a group or a club, something like that you can start. But you want to speak publicly as often as possible, you know, getting in front of people. You can do it, you know, in person or virtually, but you want to get into a habit, because the more you do it, the more you're going to be cognizant of your speaking to people, and it's going to improve naturally as well. And the third thing is, you know, you can take advantage of resources like YouTube and just go and watch some of the great communicators and orators speak. Watch what they do. Look at their body language. See how they hold their hands. You know, the movement they have. You know, when presenting. Study the greats and mimic the greats. See what they do and say, oh, okay. There's also something you could do to get really good. If you really like, say, a talk someone did, it could be, you know, a presentation, a talk, a sermon, whatever. You can even memorize that sermon, right? And the nuances, and see, okay, how they delivered it. How did they voice, you know, fluctuate? Where did they add crescendos or pauses, you know, through the presentation? All those things, you know, how did they maintain eye contact? You know, all those different things like that will help you improve, because your mouth is your moneymaker. Your mouth is your moneymaker, especially in a leadership role like that. I mean, it doesn't matter what role. You could be working a job. If you can communicate well, they're going to pay you more. But especially in business, especially in the kind of things that we do online, in the transformation business, you know, doing coaching, consulting, course creation services, any professional services, anything like that, speaking, all those kind of things. The best communicators typically generate the most revenue. And it's going to give you confidence when doing sales presentations, marketing presentations, as normal teaching as well. Does that make sense? Did that help somebody? So was that good? So yeah. So that's something that I am taking much more effort in now, and becoming much more aware of that, of my speaking and my communication, and focusing on doing that. And literally you can see results very quickly by just putting that concerted focus on it. So awesome. Any questions, thoughts, comments about that?
That's funny. Do you just talk about that? Because my sister just asked me if I wanted to speak at her summit next month. And I was like, oh, well, I thought it was for a certain type of people. She's like, no. I'm like, oh, I'm
Hmm.
like, yeah, okay.
There you go. There you go. Say yes.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that. Yeah. So now you got confirmation.
Yep.
Awesome. 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 Anybody else thoughts, comments on that?
Just from it gave me, I speak on Saturdays on my X Space. So and then on I'm thinking about doing a show where I'm streaming. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the streaming.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do, yeah. But like you said, that reading out loud, I'll read out loud, but not as often as you stated. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. That was the reinforcement for me. It was about when you said the reading out loud, because I'll be reading, I'll start out loud and then I'll go back in. I'm a
Yeah.
former teacher, so when you said that, and I have a niece here that's in school, so I help her as well, and we read out loud. I read out loud with her, but and sometimes with myself. But I want to get more consistent with it. So what you said was definitely key. So when you said, I was like, wow, that's powerful. That's it right there. So, but thank you.
Awesome. 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 All right. Anybody else? No? All right. Awesome. 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 All right. So let's do this. So are there any questions from what we've already talked about in the previous 3 days, the content, the training, the homework, any questions in regards to that or anything, any questions, business related, marketing, sales, anything else, any other questions, you might want to ask really quick. Thoughts, anything like that, any other questions?
You explained when you talked about the opposition, I had no, like, the terminology that you're sharing with us about the marketing. I just didn't have any clue about any of that. It's helped to give me clarity on some things where I have some content, like it's helping me, I feel, to put my content in order. It just felt as though it was not in order, or I had certain things like that you shared with us about the marketing, I guess, stories, like we where you went over yesterday's, those areas like that. It just helped me to I'm going to say, get order and structure. And then I was able to go back and find some of the things that I was doing, but where to put them in a place and how they can be used. So yeah. I want to thank you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they gave you a lot more clarity on that.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Randy, what's up, man? Oh man, you missed a golden nugget, bro. Did I share a golden nugget with them, y'all?
Yeah, you did.
You still beauty. You missed the golden nugget, man. A nugget of all nuggets.
Did I really?
Ask everybody else. Did he miss it?
He did. He missed it.
Yes.
Well, you got to share the nugget. What's the nugget? Or maybe you can't share it right now. I have to watch the recording.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I just went over the power of communication. I'm sure. And
okay.
And for us to understand that the most important organ you have is your mouth, and the better, I shared 3 ways to improve communication. The more you can improve your communication, the more money you will earn. That's the fastest way of growth and income earning, is improve your communication. So I just shared 3 different techniques on do that. I may share it. I may share it again in a minute. Well, I can go through it really quick, but go back and watch the recording. Oh, Barbara's on too. She missed it too. But good to see you, Barbara. Go back and watch the recording of it. I do a Cliff Note version, but yeah, I share more details. But 3 ways to improve your communication is, read a good book at least 3 times a day. I read a good book at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes a day out loud. Then, like I said, I'll share more details later. Then, secondly, speak publicly as often as you can. So it doesn't matter, online platforms or offline platforms, do that. And the third thing was watch videos of other great orators and communicators. and study them. The key is that you understand your mouth is your money maker.
Right.
So everyone, strategies is what the thing that everyone wants to grow their business, and strategies are important, but communication skills are even more important. And that's I didn't really get that revelation till recently, and when I began to understand what like I said, Myron teaches the 4 levels of learning. I mean, the 4 levels of I just said it. But I tell you, the 4 levels of I forgot 4 levels or something. And strategy is on there, but imagination and communication is at the highest. And I was saying that people who are the best communicators, the top communicators in the world, earn anywhere from $100K to $1 billion a year. So the top communicators anywhere from $100K to $1 billion a year. So you want to be able to improve that area of communication. And so if we got time later, I'll kind of dive into more details of that. But yeah, that's what I broke that down to everyone and how powerful that is and what it can do for you. So yeah. So, and also too, really quick, I got a quick segue. We saw that some of you guys yesterday were some of you guys filled out the application yesterday, but also we saw that some of you didn't. So I'm curious on those who did not, because like I mentioned, it's simply an application. We're going to give you another opportunity today because this does go away tomorrow. Okay. This does go away tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And what's going to happen is what we see happen all the time is someone's going to try to do it at 10:01 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, and the page is going to shut down. And you're going to say, I didn't have time. Well, we had 2.5 days to do it. So it's just an application. But what you got to realize is that the same hesitation that some of you, or maybe having to simply fill out an application just to see the offer that I have, to get more of this and longer term and get the help that you may be looking for. The same hesitation that some of you have a simply completed application is also the same hesitation that you will attract from other buyers, because we sell like we buy. So if some of them are hesitating to simply complete an application just to hear the offer of seeing how I'll continue to work with us, then we're going to attract people like that are also going to hesitate just to take simple actions as well. So we're going to put does that make sense? So whoever, I know some of you guys did, but whoever did not do it, but we're going to put the application in the chat again. So Eunice, put the application in the chat again. Again, this goes away tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I make a note here because my thing says Central here, but it's actually 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. All right, so 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. All right, and so that link should be in the chat for you guys. Eunice, put the link in the chat for everyone, please, for the application. All right, awesome. All right, so let's continue with more questions. So, okay, here's a question here. Let's see. All right. Barbara had a question here. You put it in the chat. And yes, Barbara, as mentioned, the VIP replays or the session replays are available during this week. So yeah, so after this week, those won't be available. And I believe you asked a question, was it yesterday, about how could you purchase these? Did you ask that, Barbara? How to get access? How could you buy these?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's no way to buy them in a challenge. However, if you complete your application, show up for the offer, you might see an opportunity. It's possibly it might be included in the offer.
Okay.
But you have to
Okay.
show up for the offer to see.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. So yeah, awesome.
I have a question.
Yes.
As an affiliate marketer, what would you suggest for me to find people interested in what I have to offer? Facebook ads, Instagram ads, what lead generation would you suggest?
Oh wow. I need to know more about. Oh, that's the one you're helping people just start with affiliate marketing. Well,
no, I have an affiliate marketing product, I'm an affiliate marketer. It's an education and an opportunity to earn money.
right. Well, the key thing when it comes to any platform of choosing like what platform should I promote, run ads on, get traffic generation, is asking myself, where's my audience? First and foremost, right? And most likely your audience, they're on social media, some platforms, social media. Now, depending on what you're selling, some audience, might be on one of the platform a little more than another, right? So who's your demographic again? Who's your audience again?
Christian women over 50.
Okay. So most likely that audience is not on Snapchat.
That's right.
Right. That's for the youngsters. So they're going to be on, they're going to be on the Facebook. They're going to be on the main platform. So the key thing is not necessarily what platform, because the main platforms are, your Meta, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, I would say LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is more for business people, business professionals. So they're going to be on the Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube. So you have to decide on what method are you going to do: free, organic marketing, or be willing to do paid advertising. Have you done any have you sold this product to people already? Is it something you're already selling or something you're looking to sell?
Yes.
Okay, and how did you sell it to the people? Where did they find you, or how did you find them?
Through Facebook, organic, and I guess I just wanted you to reassure me that I was going in the right direction. There are groups on Facebook that are for women and for older women and like that, and I should be in that group versus just all over the place.
So that's how you sold it before you joined some groups. You connected with some people in some groups and DM'd them whatnot, and they said they was interested.
Yep.
So about how many people have you sold that way? Like joining the group? Two.
Mm-hmm.
And about how many people did you reach out to with that same method?
I don't remember.
That many? A lot?
Maybe a dozen.
Oh, okay, that's not that. Well, the reason why I asked is because you want to kind of know your number. So it'd be like, okay, if I need to reach out to 100 people, and if I reach out to 100 people, would that turn into 2 sales? Something like that. So yeah, I mean, that's an option. You can join groups, things of that nature. It's a slower way, and depending on who's running the groups, some groups, like if someone reports you, then of course they're gonna kick you out the group, because a lot of groups don't want people soliciting business in the group. Just like I mentioned here, it's just, but it depends on what group it is and whatever the rules are with that particular group, for as soliciting business from other people in the group. And I will honor whatever those rules are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one way. It's a slower, tedious, more manual way to do it. I like doing ads too myself. Like we do organic methods as well in our business, but also we do paid ads too. So once we know we got something that's proven, we run paid ads to it, or we even test it with paid ads, because paid ads is going to allow me to get in front of my ideal people faster than anybody else. And plus, one of the main two differences with paid and doing organic is that, like, for example, we didn't DM any of you all to get here.
That's right.
Right. And that was for a particular reason, not because, but it's for a reason. But also what it does, this is some advanced stuff, by you finding me instead of me finding you, it positions me as an authority because you came to me, right? I had the right marketing, the right hooks, the right everything. And I'm automatically positioned as an authority, plus with the process I use that I'll probably talk about tomorrow. So that's all intentional for a reason. If I'm cold DMing people, now I don't have that positioning anymore. Now I'm the prospector, right? And the person I'm DMing actually has better positioning than me because I'm going to them and trying in a way prospecting them, chasing them. However, if I make myself findable instead of trying to find people, I automatically position myself as a person of credibility and of authority. Does that make sense? So
yes. But I'm not cold DMing people. They've requested information.
How do they request it though?
Through direct message.
Right. But who initiated the message?
They saw an ad. They wanted more information.
You running paid ads?
No, they were not paid.
We see you saw an ad.
No.
They saw a post.
They saw I would use the wrong word. They saw a post of mine.
Okay.
Not an ad. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. Okay. So you did a post in the group?
Yes.
Okay, and the group's okay with you posting in the group?
Yes.
Okay.
It was yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that, see how it's something that most groups won't let you do that. So I don't know what group that is, but hey, if it worked, do it. Just realize it's very hard. Like stuff I'm gonna talk about today will probably make much more sense, and I'll probably be able to bring you this example of stuff I'm gonna talk about today. So y'all questions be perfect because actually it's like what I'm gonna teach on. It's like perfect examples. But yeah, I mean, you can do that. It's just my preference is to have a more predictable, reliable, consistent method that I could bank on and not necessarily hope on. Like I don't want to be a hope marketer. I hope this works. I hope I can post in a group and not get kicked out of a group and someone responds to me an idea. I hope. So
but it's scary to go out there and do Facebook paid ads by yourself.
Well, what do you mean by yourself?
I mean,
with no mentorship, no coaching?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I could say yes, and I would agree. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can be even yes. But what if you get the mentorship that shows you how to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can alleviate that fear, right? Because you're 100% right. If you don't know what you're doing, you could lose your shirt and your pants and your breeches to go with it.
Yep.
But if what's the best way to cure ignorance? Knowledge. And if you don't have it, get it from somebody else that does have it and has experience with it. So yeah. So you're in the right place because we do it and we do it very effectively. And so yeah, I don't give away all my offer, but that's I don't give the whole offer away. But that's why it's important to come to the offer tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
Because you want a consistent, reliable way. Like we do both. We do the organic stuff too. Right? We got some different organic methods we do to supplement the paid method. So we do both.
Okay.
But we just don't rely on, say, like organic method or like DMing people alone, because it's not a predictable way. It's not a scalable way. It's not a way I can really track my business. It's not something that I'm hoping that I don't get, banned out of a group, or if I send someone, that kind of stuff. So, and I don't want to go against Facebook's policies because, Mark Zuckerberg can say, hey, you're sending the same messages to people too much. This looks like you're trying to promote some spam, and they could freeze your account for a day or for a week. It's just a lot of stuff out of our control, with certain methods like that, right? And so yeah, so I've done them all. Trust me, I've had all kinds of accounts banned and profiles suspended for trying all kinds of stuff through Facebook, and so they really do begin to track that stuff, with their AI now. They really do pay attention to certain posts in groups. And so, yeah, so you just got to be careful with that. Can it work? Almost anything can work, but there's some things that work faster and better. It can be more consistent for you. But yeah,
Okay.
but Facebook, as far as the platform, get back to that initial question. Facebook is great. Facebook and Instagram would be great.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what time we got? Okay, well, are there any other question I can answer really quick before we start the general training from anybody? Everybody good?
Mhm.
Awesome. All right, no more questions. So, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the VIP today. Hope you enjoyed that extra nugget that was dropped earlier, as well. So what we're going to do in a second here, if there are no more questions, we're going to go ahead and transition over to our general training. But yeah, but just remember, well, I'm gonna talk about it in our lesson today. I was about to reiterate something else, but I'm gonna talk about it in our lesson. So all right, so let's go ahead and get everything transitioned over, and we will get started for day 4. Day number 4. All right. So let's do that. Uh-oh. I can't share my screen. Eunice, I need you to send the hosting feature back over to me. It's not allowing me to share. Eunice, I need you to send the hosting feature back over to me. I can't share. All right. All right. Here we go, guys. Uh-oh. Hold on, sorry. Did that thing switch over? Yeah. Hey, my friend, this is Chris Harrell, and welcome to the Client Attraction 5-Day Challenge. This week's going to be an awesome week together. We're going to learn how to stand out in the crowded market, begin to attract dream clients who are already looking for what you have to offer, and stop hustling and grinding from every sale, and begin to create a system that can consistently bring in new business for you. I look forward to an awesome week together with you. And in this video here, I'm going to go over the expectations for this week so that way we're all on the same page. Number 1, be professional at all times. This is a professional environment. So treat this as a professional environment 24/7 so that way we maintain a great experience. There be no spamming or soliciting business in the community is allowed whatsoever. If you're found out that you're spamming people or pitching your business to other people in the group, we will remove you from the challenge, and there will be no refund as well. So no spamming or soliciting business in the community from other members in the challenge. Also, no cursing allowed. We want to make this environment as if that a 10-year-old could come and experience this as well, my friend. So no cursing is allowed in the group. No cursing in any of your videos, any of your posts, anything like that. So again, just maintain professionalism that a kid can actually receive the value from this as well and won't be offended by a certain language that we use as well. In addition, the replays will be available in the Facebook group for 24 hours until the next session begins. So the training sessions are streamed into the Facebook group, and they'll be up for 24 hours until we begin the next session, and then it's taken down. VIP members. All VIP members will get access to the full VIP sessions and the training session replays in the members area for this week. So you're a VIP experience member, you get access to all the training sessions and all the private VIP session recordings and replays in our members area for the week of the challenge. And we also have included for you a daily downloadable exclusive workbook. Every single day, we're going to post a workbook for the day in the Facebook group at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And you will see that workbook under the featured tab in the group. So download the workbook because it's going to help you follow along each lesson that I will be sharing with you during our challenge as well. So make sure you download the workbook, and it's going to be an awesome tool to use in the challenge. And also, you can upgrade to the VIP experience. VIP experience will allow you to not only get more bonuses, but also you get personal direct access to me to get all your questions answered during this week, because trust me, the stuff I'm going to be teaching and training, you will have questions. And plus you're going to have some questions probably outside of the challenge, and I'll be able to answer those as well. I charge $3,000 an hour for one-on-one coaching and consulting. However, you can get the VIP experience for way less than $3,000 an hour. And with the VIP experience, you're going to get 5 days of marketing and sales training. Also, you get access, to the group. You get the How to Sell Without Selling, the 6-Figure Plus Mindset Makeover. You get the behind-the-scenes look at my business growth strategies that I only share with my current Rapid Success System clients. You get to compete in a team contest, and also you get to ask questions, watch and learn from other members during the VIP private Zoom sessions that we have right before the general training sessions. So here you get direct feedback, you get direct coaching, and this is an additional hour of time that you're going to get every single day and direct access to me. So that way all your questions are answered, you are crystal clear in the direction you need to go in your business. So we put the link in the chat. You can upgrade to the VIP experience by simply going to upgradegetclass.com or clicking the link you see in the chat right now, because this would definitely be the next level for you. And the VIP experience comes with a better than 10 times money back guarantee as well. What that means is that you show up for the sessions with your camera on. You're engaged the entire week during the VIP sessions. After this challenge is over, if you don't think it was worth 10 times what you paid for it, we'll refund you and let you keep the VIP bonuses as well. So the VIP experience is definitely the next level to get to maintain the best experience during your challenge as well. And if you have any questions, email us at support@ChrisSHerald.com. Do not post any support questions in the Facebook group. We want to keep the group focused on the challenge. So any kind of support questions or inquiries you may have, send an email to support@ChrisSHerald.com and make a commitment to go all out to get the best experience possible. What you put in is what you're going to get out. So if you put in very little, you're going to receive very little. So make a commitment that you're going to show up this week in a powerful way, and I promise you it will be the best experience possible, and you'll be so glad that you did. And realize this is a challenge. This is not a course. This is not a class. This is not just some little random, web class or webinar or anything like that. This is a challenge. I'm going to challenge you this week. So be prepared. You will have homework every day. You will have action activities every day. And I'm going to challenge you to be the very best entrepreneur possible that you can this week. So be ready for a challenge. It's going to bring out the very best in you and allow you to go to a whole other level that you did not even think was possible. So I look forward to experiencing this challenge with you this week, my friend. Let's go. Let's have an awesome week together, and let's get this party started.
Hello, my name is Ebony Vaughn, and I am a member of the God's Masterpiece Rapid Success System. I came on board after participating in the 5-day marketing class with Chris. Making the decision to become a part of this amazing program has been extremely beneficial for me. As a believer, I really love the way Chris incorporates kingdom principles into his teaching and coaching. As an author, coach, and therapist, I have the amazing opportunity to share the journey with so many others, yet for so long I struggled with marketing. Chris's program has opened my eyes to the importance of intentionality in adding value to others, increasing your virtual visibility, and creating a high-touch community in which people can be coached, they can learn from each other, and they can grow over time. Chris is very strategic in his marketing efforts and has created an awesome program that is guaranteed to help you be successful on your online platform. His in-depth knowledge of social media marketing and his experience in being a very highly visible person has helped us to gain front row seats to tremendous marketing secrets. Since I've joined this program, I've been able to benefit from his coaching, and I continue to grow in marketing. I have incorporated the creation of funnels to promote my products and services, which has been proven successful. And I have used a great deal of resources that he has shared with our group. You will not be disappointed in this program, and I hope that you will join us in this journey. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you.
All righty. What's going on, everybody? Uh-oh, can we see? There we go. Bam. What's going on? What's up? Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you might be across the globe, checking us out today. What's going on, all my folks, all my fam here with me on Zoom, my VIPs, what's up, my VIP fam, how's everybody doing? You guys doing good? Yes, wave at me, yes. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Day 4, my goodness, can y'all believe we at day 4? What a tremendous time we have had, and where has the time went? Wow, day 4. That's amazing that we actually hit day 4 already. And man, I'm not even tired. I feel good. I feel all energetic. So that's a good thing. That is awesome. Man, well, what a time. What an awesome VIP session we had today. And before I even move forward, I'm just curious. For those of my VIPs who are on today, would you like to get this one person that's come out and share a nugget? That what you got from the VIP session today, that one powerful nugget that was dropped today, or aha, maybe you have received today, or even just other VIP sessions as well. So I'm just curious, is one person, do I have one willing to come out and just share a nugget, aha, that you got from today's VIP session? Anyone in VIP willing to come out and just share what you got from today's session? Anybody? When there's a drop a nugget. Did you get a nugget? Some ahas today? Wave at me. Miss Monique. Miss Monique be getting them nuggets. I love how you always come out. I love it.
Thank you. Just wanted to say the communication piece, that was golden. That was definitely a golden nugget. What you shared with us about, I think you said it was 4 levels to it, but what you stated was key about the communication part of it, and how that helps your business. That's the key. I think you said something about the key organ. One of that's the key organ to help your business to grow and flourish. financially, but across all levels. Because that when you talked about it, it hit me where I was thinking about our voice. That's our in some form of the way, I'll say it consoles us. It can console us when you're thinking about people humming and things of that nature. I do sound healing, so when you said that a lot, I felt it. So
that's good. Yeah,
but that's what I would say.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, that's something about that voice, that communication. I mean, it's a think about it. When God described himself, that's the first thing we saw him do was communicate in a powerful way, right? Let there be light. I mean, and so you see the power of that. So awesome. Appreciate you sharing that. Thanks for popping out. Awesome. All right. And if you guys missed it, man, you missed it. We had some VIPs popped on afterwards. They missed the nugget. They got to go back and watch the replay. But I shared some powerful stuff today about communication and what it would do for your business and how to make it, how to improve it, because your mouth is your money maker, guys. So yes, awesome. VIPs got that nugget today. Awesome. Appreciate you sharing that. Well, hey, I can't believe, guys, it is day 4 of our challenge. My good, where has the time went? It doesn't, it doesn't even feel like day 4 whatsoever. And sometimes when we get closer to the end of the challenge, I get a little sad because I'm like, oh man, it's about to end. They say, all good things must come to an end, everything like that. But I don't want it to end. So let me ask you guys a question. Here's what I was thinking, and you tell me what you think about this. We got day 5 tomorrow, right? Then following day 5, we have our breakout session, but technically, officially, that'd be the end of the challenge. But here's something I was thinking, but I need your feedback and input on this. What if, all right? What if we didn't stop this party, because it's been an awesome week, on Friday, but we came back on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, and did a bonus session. Because there's so much stuff I love to teach. I just won't be able to teach it all by the end of tomorrow. So what if I came back Saturday morning, we did a bonus training on Saturday morning, a bonus session. We came out like a family reunion, right? We'll call it a family reunion, right? And we came back one more day. What if? Would that be cool? If I did one more session, would you guys like that? Would you show up for one more training session if I did a bonus session Saturday morning? Yes? Yes. All right, yes. Awesome. All right. I see the hands. All right. So let me think about the time because we'll do a bonus session Saturday morning. Let me think about the time. We probably do it earlier than our normal times because I coach my son's baseball team, and we got our last fall baseball game Saturday morning. So we probably meet earlier than we normally meet here, but that'll be cool. That we still have your whole Saturday. That'll be cool. Yes. Okay. Great. Awesome. All right. So we will do that, and so we'll come back Saturday and do that for you guys. So we'll do a bonus day on Saturday. All right. Cool. All right. So do you guys have, okay, you guys should have the workbook in the chat. If not, if you go to the Facebook group, it should have, we post it every morning in the Facebook group. I don't know if you guys got in the chat. If not, it looked like Eunice got kicked off. So she may have a connection issue. If not, it's in the Facebook group. We post it every morning in the Facebook group at 9 o'clock. And you can download it there as well if you don't see it here. It looked like she got kicked off, so she may be having some tech issues. But yeah, so if it's not in the chat here, then go to the Facebook group. You should see it should have got posted this morning in there, and get it there. All right, just check that out. All right. Yeah, like she got kicked off, so hope she'll pop back on in a minute. All right, and also one more thing. If you did not yesterday complete your application, what are you waiting on? I mean, literally. Listen, the deadline is tomorrow. All right. The way it's going to work, after we get done with our day 5 training tomorrow, we're going to immediately to the breakout room. The only folks who will get access to the breakout room are those who completed an application. Okay. Do not send any money. Send the application. All right. So, but if you didn't do it, what are you waiting on? Send the application. You can see how we can work with you further, and you see the offer and everything like that. But realize that if the more you hesitate and kind of procrastinate in your business, that's kind of folks you will attract in your business as well, because we sell like we buy, and we attract not what we want, but who we are. So we put the application link should be in the chat. We'll put the application link in the chat for you. Do it. Again, the deadline is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. If you send us an email or a message at 10:01 a.m. Eastern, you will be denied because you had 2.5 days to do it. All right. So get it done. Do it now. Awesome. All right. Cool. So day 4, and yesterday I wanted to share. It's something I want to share with you yesterday. I thought about sharing it yesterday. I'm going to share with you today. I mentioned this yesterday, and Eunice, make sure you put the link to the application. Put the workbook link here in the chat. Some members said they didn't get it, so put the workbook link here, and also make sure you put the link in the Facebook group as well. Workbook link and also the application link in the Facebook group, and make sure you're doing that as well. All right, I'm going to share something with you guys that God gave me in 2020. Now, let me share a backstory with you. Around December 2019, my business had become stagnant again and really rough. And I had a mentor I invested in a 5-figure program. And unfortunately, that mentor turned out to be unethical. And he betrayed me, about 40 other people. But to make a long story short, business had become stagnant for me. And I really didn't know which direction to go. I really didn't know what to do. And I was to the point where it got so bad in my life. Like my wife was ready for divorce. She was tired of the inconsistencies in business, and she was ready to leave and take the kids with her. And it got so bad that in December 2019, I was in my office. I was reading my Bible, but also I had my gun. And I wanted to end my life because I was praying, I was seeking God, I was serving at church, I was doing all the things I thought I should be doing to succeed and prosper, yet it wasn't happening. And it was like 7 years of this stuff, and I just got tired, sick and tired of it. It didn't make sense to me. I got tired of seeing unbelievers, people who don't honor God, prospering. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And I heard my 2 sons outside my office playing, and they had no idea what Daddy was going through. I was crying, I was hurt. And I picked up the phone for the first time ever in my life, and I called a suicide hotline. It was a cold night in December. And when I called a suicide hotline, I had an epiphany. Because when I called, they told me to please hold, you are caller 54. They said, please hold, you are caller 54. And when they told me that I'm caller 54, I had an epiphany. It was like, if I'm caller 54, that means there are 53 other people who are also thinking about taking a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh my goodness, is that many people thinking about doing the same thing? So I wasn't going to sit there and wait on hold. So I hung up the phone, and I just yelled, screamed, cussed, just let it go. God can handle it. And I heard 3 words: trust and obey. trust, and obey. And at that time, I shut down everything. I fired that mentor coach at that time. And for about 6 weeks, I did nothing but just seek God out. And then I heard some say, okay, it's time for you to put legs to your prayer. And then I said, okay. God says it's time for you to invest. You can pray all day long, but if you don't invest in yourself, guess what? I can't, it's oxymoronic to expect people to buy your stuff if you don't invest. So I was introduced to a new coach and mentor. I invested a whole lot of money, way more than the previous one. Like, it was like buying a car, a decent car, multiple 5 figures. And during that time, God gave me something new that I never had before. And he told me that this is your framework that will guarantee you success. And I want to share that framework with you. Is it okay if I share that framework with you? And is it okay? Yes, yes. Type yes, yes in the chat or wave at me. Let me know. Communicate with me. Is that okay if I share that framework with you? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to share this framework with you. And God told me that if you build your business on this, if you build your life on this, you would guarantee success. And I was like, huh? You would guarantee success. So I'm going to share it with you right now. And it's called the Prosperity Pyramid. Now, I know some folks hear pyramid, you think, oh, pyramid scheme, network marketing, stuff like that. Pyramids are the most sound structure on planet Earth. You go to Egypt today, those pyramids are still standing. So, pyramids are not all negative. All right, pyramids are not all negative here. But let me explain this to you, all right? It's called the Prosperity Pyramid. And let me change colors, see a little darker color here. All right, cool. So this is what God gave me, and I thought I changed colors. All right, here we go. Blue. All right, cool. All right. Look at that. I can draw a crooked line. Bam, get straight. Woo-wee. Bam, look at that. Pretty cool. All right, awesome. All right. And it has 5, I call them rungs, kind of like a ladder, but 5 areas on this prosperity pyramid. All right. And so the way it works is, and I'm going to change colors again. So we have, first and foremost, at the bottom here is the foundation, right? Your foundation always has to be solid in whatever you do, or it's not going to work. So the foundation here is God. And the reference verse for this foundation is Matthew 6:33, where it says, and seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. So the foundation piece has to be God, right? Where I'm seeking the kingdom first. I'm seeking in the kingdom. The kingdom means God's rulership, God's dominion, God's culture, God's laws, God's benefits, God's responsibilities, the privileges, the whole mindset of being in a kingdom, and not a religion, but a kingdom, okay? Because Jesus did not come on earth to start a religion. He came to bring the kingdom of heaven back, right? That was lost in the Garden of Eden. So Jesus never started a religion. Isaiah said that Isaiah 6:7 said, when he prophesied about the Messiah, that he's going to come with the kingdom government on his shoulders, not with a religion. Man started religion, God never has. So God has to be the foundation piece of everything you do. And if you know anything about foundations, the taller the structure, the deeper the foundation has to be. If I go to downtown Dallas here, or go to New York, you guys live in New York or Philadelphia, like, you go to your downtown, you got big giant skyscrapers. Well, if you can see the foundation and see how deep it goes down super deep. But very small buildings have very shallow foundations. So Jesus said to build your house on bedrock and not sand, because he said when the storms come, right, only one's going to stand. So you want to make sure that the very foundation of everything you do is built upon the principles, the truths, and the characteristics and the character of God. And then seeking him first and all that you do. Then, after God, I'm just going to abbreviate this. And I'm going to put KP. KP. And by KP, I mean kingdom principles. Kingdom principles. These are universal laws that work no matter what. See, the Bible says that in Hosea that our people perish due to the devil. No, it don't say that. It says my people perish due to sin. No, it doesn't say that. It said my people perish due to what? Lack of knowledge, due to ignorance. So most people who love God are ignorant of God's laws, so they just rely on prayer, and they wonder why things don't change in their life. But God will never override his kingdom laws for your prayer. Does that make sense? So it's imperative to know the laws of God, because the laws of God are what govern success. Laws govern success. Laws. That's why an atheist, okay, like Barbara's a farmer. Now, Barbara, I doubt if you do this, but do you ever go out to your crops and pray for the seeds to grow? Okay, Barbara being a farmer probably understands. You wouldn't do that. That's why an atheist farmer, right? An atheist farmer doesn't need to pray for the seeds to grow. All you need to do is follow the laws that God has put in place. Make sure the seed is in the right soil, that it's nurtured, it gets enough light, and guess what? It's going to grow. Why? Because God has created laws for that to work. A lot of folks want prayer to override God's laws, and they wonder why they can't get the results that they want. But if you discover the laws of success that God has created, it works no matter where you are, where you live, what sex you are, what race you are. It works in China just as much as it works in the U.S. It works in Zimbabwe just as much as it'll work in Australia. It works for all people because laws work. The law of gravity works everywhere. Is I'm not making sense? And guess what? I could be the most holy, roller, charismatic, tongue-speaking, singing snot preacher, Christian, waving, call yourself on the universe. I go on top of a building and I can pray, say, Lord, I believe I can fly. You know, you sort of channel your 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐒, right? And you think you can fly because the Bible says why? All things are possible to them who believe. So he said, you know what? The Bible says all things are possible. But Lord, I believe I can fly. I like Superman. I believe I can fly because you said all things are possible. So Lord, I want to fly. And you pray toward Jerusalem 100 times a day. You speak in tongues. And you say, I'm going to fly. Well, guess what's going to happen? You jump off that building. Boom. Why? Because you defied God's universal law, the law of gravity. So our prayers will never override God's laws. Does that make sense? So you need to discover God's laws of success. And the reason why a lot of folks are not prospering because they break God's laws of management. I don't got enough time to teach on this right now. I teach on this and other things. But Genesis proves God's law of management because when God created the heaven and the earth, in Genesis 2:5, he said, I didn't send rain up on the earth because there was no man there to cultivate the garden. Right? But God just sent dew. But he never sent rain. Why? Because there was no one to manage it. See, God does not send increase where there is poor management. So a lot of folks praying to be blessed. A lot of folks are going down for altar asking for a financial blessing, but they can't get it. Why? Because they're poor managers of money. And it's not just spending money. They don't even invest money. They won't even circulate money because they don't know how the laws work. They hold on to money, right? And the Bible in Proverbs says, cursed is the person who holds on to the seed. But blessed is the one who sells, right? So folks are thinking that holding on to money is good stewardship, and it's not. Because God, the parable of the talents, God said, I gave 10, 5, and 1. The 10 and the 5 went out and did business. They circulated money. They invested money. They got mentorship. They got coaching. They grew their money in business, right? The others said, I'm going to hold on to this money because God, you mean. And God said, oh, since you think I'm mean, I'm taking for that one you got. and giving it to the other person who moved it. Am I making sense? So it's all about understanding laws and principles. It's not about being holy, religious, and thinking God gonna bless you. No, God, that doesn't move God. Ooh, I'm preaching. Is this good stuff? If I'm preaching to myself. All right. So kingdom principles, understanding the laws. The next one, I'm just gonna put abbreviation. Well, no, I'm write this one out. The next one is mindset. Romans 12:2 says, "Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." So mindset is everything. 90% of your success is how you think, how you make decisions. Most folks make decisions the same way they've been doing for the last 10, 30, 40, 50 years of their life, and that's why they keep getting the same results. They say no to the very things they should say yes to, and say yes to the very things they should say no to, because of their past conditioning and mindset, right? And as I always say, your best thinking has you where you are today. Your best thinking. So mindset is everything. The biggest problem God had with the children of Israel was their mindset. It was their mentality. They had a poverty mindset. They had a scarcity mindset. They had a lack mindset. They had a rebellious mindset. So your mindset is everything. 90% of your success is mindset. 10% is other stuff, the strategies and everything else. Mindset. So you got to have the right mind. As a man think within himself, so is he. A famous man wrote a book off of that scripture in Proverbs. So your thinking is everything. That's why Jesus' very first word Jesus came out and said, his public ministry was repent. Repent is not a religious term. Repent in the Greek simply means to change the way you think. People think repent means remorse. No, those are two different things. Repent in the Greek simply means to change the way you think. To do, if I'm in the military, it means to do an about face. That's why the very first word in Matthew 4, Jesus' public ministry, he came out and said, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. He said, change the way you think, religious Israel folks. The kingdom is here, not the religion called Judaism. That's a whole other subject for another day. But mindset. Then the next, I'm just going to put M and S. And this is marketing and sales. Here's the deal. A lot of you guys got some great products, some great services, some great ideas, and some things that could really help people. But if you don't know either yourself or if you don't hire someone like me who knows this, it doesn't matter. In order for someone to see you, you have to know how to market in order to make sales. And marketing comes before sales. It's funny, in the world, we say sales and marketing. But you can't make sales without marketing. Marketing comes first. Marketing is the most important component of your business in order for you to make sales. And either you're going to learn from someone like me, or you pay someone like me to do it for you. But if you don't have a marketing and sales component of your business, you don't really have a business. You have a good idea. And good ideas don't pay very well. So marketing and sales has to be highly skilled. They can produce results. Or you don't have a business. You can't help people now. And that's unfortunate because you have some good stuff. No doubt in my mind. But the areas that you're weak at is marketing and sales. So God said you got to improve marketing and sales. And the last thing, and this is very interesting. I'm just going to put a dollar sign. And it's the smallest rung on this prosperity pyramid for a reason. Because in the kingdom, we don't chase after money. Money comes as a byproduct. A byproduct is simply a result of doing what? All these things here persistently and consistently over time. And money is the consequence. Money is a byproduct. Money is a result. Now see, when I was in the world, and I was doing business, I had this whole prosperity pyramid inverted. Then I had money as the God. So I had money at the bottom here, right? And I had God way up here in the small spot. I had it inverted. So worldly entrepreneurs, people who don't honor God, money is God to them. That's why they would steal, kill, rob, do whatever they got to do to get it, right? For the love of money, right? Well, when I was call myself a religious Christian instead of a kingdom-minded entrepreneur, I had it all out of order, right? I mean, I had God right here, then this here, then this here. I had it all whacked out of order. Is this making sense? But God gave me this in April of 2020. He gave me this framework just for me. Nobody else teaches this, unless they do, they stole it from me. Because, right? And he said, if you build your business this way and your life this way, you will succeed. This is the prosperity pyramid. Did that just help somebody? Is that good stuff? Yes, yes. Awesome. All right. So let's dive into this. So day 4, systemization. Create your systematic selling machine. Market systemization. What is marketing? Marketing is a process of attracting the right people to your business by communicating the value of your products and services, building trust, and guiding potential clients toward taking action. What is a system? A system is a set of things working together as a part of a mechanism or an interconnecting network. A set of principles or procedures according to which something is done, an organized framework or method. And systems under which people work account for 90% of systems under which people work account for 90% of the failure. Therefore, the key to success in any endeavor is to perfect the system. 𝐕𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐸𝐽 said that. And what is mastery? Again, mastery is the ability to execute effortlessly without the use of conscious resources. The purpose of this challenge is to get you on the road to developing mastery in your business. So today, you'll learn how creating a systematic selling machine frees up your time and helps you scale your business faster. You'll leave this lesson knowing how to automate, delegate, and create predictable sales systems to provide you with consistent, scalable income while giving you the freedom to grow your business on your terms. So, first thing, building scalable systems. Luke 14:28-30 says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Once you first sit down, estimate the cost to see if you have enough money. For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you. Now, see, this scripture is in alignment with the idea of building scalable systems. You must plan carefully and build systems designed to support the long-term growth of your business, which will allow you to develop scalable systems that are built to sustain growth. It's not just about automation. It's about creating systems that grow your business. Now, this allows you to do this without hitting capacity. Now, what's the most popular fast food restaurant in America today? It's not McDonald's, but I would say I live in Texas, but the most popular that I've seen is Chick-fil-A, right? Chick-fil-A. And no matter what city I go into, Chick-fil-A is typically always packed. Cars wrapped around, blocking traffic and all that kind of stuff, right? However, they have a way of getting you in and out very quickly, right? Why? Because they have a system. They have a system that works no matter what city, no matter what high schooler is working there, no matter what you do in order. They got a system that works, and they blow my mind how none of the other fast food restaurants can pick up on their system or model their system. They seem to be the best at that because they have a system. So systems are everything in your business. So first thing you got to do is design a scalable lead generation process. See, you need to develop a lead generation process that allows you to generate organic leads, that allows you to generate paid leads, that allows you to generate, maybe affiliate partnerships leads as well. You need a system that can allow you to grow and be able to use multiple channels. You need a process that can take cold traffic, is what we call people online who don't know you, and take them into becoming a lead in your business. And why is this so important? Because you need a scalable lead generation process, because it ensures that you can continually feed your sales funnel without overwhelming yourself or your team, no matter how big your business becomes. So you need some type of scalable lead generation process. The lifeblood of any business is generating leads. If you cannot generate leads on a consistent basis, you don't have leads. Let me ask you a question. How many leads have you generated so far this month in your business? Have you generated at least 200 leads this month? At least 100 leads this month? 50 leads this month? Well, if not, that's one of the problems and challenges that you have in your business. You got to have a method or a system that generate leads. We get leads every single day in our business. Every single day, we're generating leads. So that way I don't have to go out and chase people, all the time, because we have a system that generates leads, that brings people to us. Second thing, optimizing your sales funnels for conversion. See, you need to have a system. Understand, when you hear the word funnel, right? A funnel simply is a process that takes a cold lead to a hot buyer. And there's certain things along the way that help people move from a cold lead, someone who doesn't know you, to a hot buyer, right? And so you need a sales funnel setup that's optimized for conversion that can not only handle small business, but also high traffic. And you need some kind of method or process that will convert them for you. Now, tomorrow, I'll share with you the number one method of client conversion today. I'll share that with you on tomorrow. But you need some kind of method to do this. And it needs to be set up in a way where it's scalable. Meaning that, what does scalable mean? Scalable means that my business can grow without me having to put in more hours. Right? I can go from 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32 to 64 to 128 and such, for his leads, clients, whatever, sales. And guess what? You, as the entrepreneur, don't have to put in more time. If your business has to grow and you got to put in more time, then you don't have a scalable business. We need to change your model. You need a system. Does that make sense? So you need a system in place that doesn't sacrifice your client experience or your customer experiences, right, at the exact same time. So most folks don't have that. Could you handle 100 new customers tomorrow in your business? If not, then we need to fix what you have going on. That's the point, right? You need to be, if all of a sudden tomorrow 100 folks say, hey, here's my credit card, I want to buy your thing, and if you can't handle it, you can't serve them, you can't deliver, right? Then you need a consistent sales funnel process set up. And the third thing is, you need to build a back-end system for client delivery and fulfillment. See, you need to have a back-end system that's streamlined, that can serve and deliver your products and services, right? And that will allow you to literally get to the place where you can have high quality results at scale. So there are project management tools out there, there are CRMs out there, there's other things you can use to fulfill automation. But you need to do this in order to scale your delivery. Because in order for you to grow your business, see, a lot of folks are hustlepreneurs. I used to be a hustlepreneur for years, and I thought that was cool. But I was putting in 19 hours a day. It was a glorified job. I'm like, this sucks. I might as well stick to a 9 to 5, right? At least I still have a little bit of a life. But most folks, you got to put in 18, 19 hours a day because they don't have these things in place. And they created themselves a glorified job. And if you're going to grow, like, you didn't start a business to have a glorified job. I hope you didn't. If you did, then we're going to change that this week. But you should not be in business and it's a glorified job. Business is supposed to provide benefits, not only to your clients and customers, but also to the owner as well. All right. So, because you can't grow that way. And if you can't grow, then you're going to have frustration, you're going to have burnout, and most likely you're going to close the business. So you got to have scalable systems. Second thing, you need a predictable sales system. All right, we're talking about systems. You need a predictable sales system. And this is focused on how to create consistent revenue streams. Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. Ooh, that's a powerful verse. This scripture reinforces the principle that a well-structured, diligent approach to sales will consistently lead to profit, while hasty, unplanned efforts will always result in failure. See? So this encourages you to focus on planning and create a dependable sales system that drives long-term success. And when you have this set up in place, it ensures that you have a steady, repeatable way to generate revenue, regardless of fluctuations in client interest or external factors, right? And this helps eliminate the uncertainty or feast or famine cycle that so many entrepreneurs go through on a regular basis. So first thing, to have a predictable sales system, that you need to create a scalable sales funnel. So build a clear, repeatable process that takes prospects from the stage of awareness. You know, there are 4 stages of awareness. There are four stages of having a sales funnel. The first initial stage is awareness, right? So you got to take them from awareness all the way to purchase, which is the 4th stage, the last stage. But also other stages are, lead acquisition, nurturing, conversion. You got to have a process that can do all these things. So you got to incorporate things like email marketing, email sequences, using sales pages, and follow-up, things of that nature, right? So you should map out your client journey. Hey, this is where they got to go, and what are the things they need to do to get here, right? You should have an all designed, mapped out process in your business that takes a complete stranger to a customer, that takes a complete stranger to a client, that takes a complete stranger to a buyer. It should be all clear and mapped out. Because this is going to allow you to have a reliable way to turn your leads into clients and create consistent income. You could plan this way. You could scale this way. You could say, well, you know what? Last month, our system did $10,000 a month in revenue. Well, you know what? Now I want to do $20,000 a month next month. So based on my system and what I see, my numbers tell me, now I just need to do this, right? That's when you know you have something scalable. Second thing is automate follow-up to maximize conversions. Automate follow-ups to maximize conversions. See, so many sales are lost because follow-ups don't happen. I mentioned the 7-11-4 rule the other day. I don't know if I did it in general training or if I did it in VIP. But the 7-11-4 rule, right? And most folks miss out on the 7-11 rule. And that's why most folks don't get sales. So you need some kind of mechanism in place that can automate follow-up with people, right? And if you incorporate the 7-11-4 rule, right, then it accelerates the process into becoming a buyer. What I'm going to share with you tomorrow is like the fastest process to accelerate all these things to take a complete stranger to a buyer. But you need some kind of method, a follow-up system in place to make sure that every lead is nurtured, right? Even if folks may not buy from you the very first time they see you. So have some kind of system set up that it can follow them and track their behavior. The best systems today track the behavior of your potential clients. And then it automatically puts them in places where they're more likely to respond and get them closer to the goal, closer to the outcome. So this will increase your conversion rates. This will increase your revenue and customer satisfaction as well. Because wow, they're engaged with the whole process without you having to manually. You don't want to, if you got to manually do a lot of stuff, that business sucks. I don't want no part of that because I've done that. That sucks. If you got to manually do a lot of follow-up, you got to manually do all this other stuff, that is a horrible business model that we got to get you out of ASAP. And the third thing is track and optimize your sales performance. Listen, there's a saying that says, what you don't track, you don't keep. So you got to track your key metrics in your business. You got to know we call KPIs, key performance indicators in your business. You got to know what moves the needle in your business, what metrics moves the needle in your business, and what metrics don't. There are a lot of vain metrics out there today that people are boasting on social media. It means nothing. At the end of the day, if it does not allow you to get a new customer or a client, everything else is in vain. So you got to know the key performance indicators in your business. That way you can track your ROI, your return on investment, right? So if that's conversion rates, click-through rates, whatever the case may be, you have to know those things and consistently go back and refine them. And what you do is let the data tell you how to grow your business. It's very dangerous to try to move and grow a business off of how you feel, because your feelings can often be very misleading. Is this making sense? Yes or yes? Awesome. So you want to track that information. You want to track how many leads come to your landing page. You want to track how many emails you got. You want to track email open rates. You want to track page conversion rates. You want to track number of clicks. You want to track all these numbers, right? How many people saw this? How many people didn't see this? Because your follow-up can cater to the ones who saw this and follow to the ones who didn't see this. Because what it's going to allow you to do is optimize your sales process in your business, which will give you much better results and ensure you get way more revenue over time as well. And thirdly, you want to have a system that allows you to build a business that runs without you. See, when you wear 1,000 hats, and I've been there, and when you're a hustlepreneur, you are not really a CEO. See, when I first started my business, it was cool. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a hustler, and I wear 50,000 hats. I thought it was cool. I don't got to work a job. But then as you keep doing that, man, it sucks. And I wanted to become a CEO. Your goal should be to become a CEO of your company, right? And you see what my language of your company. I went beyond this business. You need to envision yourself having a company, right? A company is beyond the business. So Exodus, powerful verse, Exodus 18, 17 through 18 and 21 to 22 says, Moses' father-in-law replied, this was Jethro, what are you doing? What you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you. Now, let me give you the backdrop of this verse. Moses was judging the people of Israel. It was coming to him. Basically, he was consulting. He had a consulting business. And they came to him. They had legal matters going on. And he shared God's judgment, God's laws, God's principles with them and gave a verdict. And he was consulting people. And this is right when they came out of right when they were in the wilderness, right when they left Egypt. And his father-in-law Jethro came with his two kids and his wife, and they had a good powwow one night. And the next day, Moses went to work in the business, and he saw what Moses was doing. So from dusk to dawn, Moses was consulting everybody by himself, the whole tribe of Israel, the whole clan of Israel, and his father like, oh man, your business model sucks, dude. So that's what he said. What you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear your sales out. He said, you're on the path to burnout. How many entrepreneurs can say, oh my goodness, I've been there, burnout, overwhelmed. You ready to throw in the towel? I was ready to give up on my life, not just business, my life, because I was so burnt out and overwhelmed. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. But select capable men from all the people, men who fear God, trustworthy men. Let them serve as judges for the people at all times, but let them bring every difficult case to you. The simple cases they can decide themselves. That will make your load lighter because they will share it with you. See, this scripture focuses on the importance of delegation, right? And sharing responsibilities to avoid burnout. making it ideal for your lesson on building a business that runs without you. So creating a business does not rely on you to complete every task. That should not be the ultimate goal for your business. That's the ultimate goal for so many entrepreneurs and solopreneurs, but that leads right to burnout. You need to systemize your business and begin to delegate those key tasks in your business that you can free up so that way you can focus on strategic growth, right? While your business continues to operate smoothly. So you want to be able to get to the place where you can have a business that can grow without your constant involvement. So first thing is delegate those key tasks. If there are certain things in your business that are repetitive, and maybe it's things that you're not great at doing, or some things maybe you don't like is doing, that's a key indication you should hire somebody else to do that. Because you're only wasting valuable money and valuable time by still trying to do it all yourself. So hire a virtual assistant, hire a contractor, get somebody else to do those things who will enjoy it more and will be much more productive than you will. And trust me, you actually are costing yourself more money by not paying and hiring somebody else. It took me a long time to realize that, because I was the type of person who want to do everything myself. Well, I realized that I'm costing myself time and money, and I've learned that you should only do tasks that pay you $1,000 an hour. Well, at least that's what I do. If it doesn't pay me $1,000 an hour, I no longer do it. Now I hire somebody else to do it, because they can do it faster and better and more than me, and I can focus on more important things in the business. So this will free up your time and your energy, right, to focus on scaling without getting bogged down. You don't want to be the person always working in your business, right? Work on your business, not in your business. Number 2, create documented systems and processes, right? Develop clear step-by-step methods or process or documentation for every key process in your business. That way you can pass it on. It could be how you onboard clients, how you manage social media, how you handle customer service, whatever the case may be. But this ensures that any new team member can just pick it up, right, and move. What I always had to constantly ask you, what do I need to do here? What do I do here? All right? So develop that in your business, because it will allow you to have much more consistency and be much more efficient. And you could be on a beach somewhere or doing whatever things you want to do, and your business still running smoothly for you. And the third thing is use tools and automation, right, to maintain operations. There's too many tools online today to free you up. It's worth paying it. If you do business offline, guess what? There's a cost to doing business offline. You got to pay for all this, overhead and insurance stuff and all these other things you got to pay for if you had a retail building. Well, same thing from home. Be willing to invest in tools and resources that will free up your time, because your time is more important than money, right? So pay for those tools and resources to automate your business and use them, and look at paying for those tools as hiring another employee. Because if it eliminates things that you have to do manually, guess what? It's worth paying whatever that fee is per month for that tool. So use those tools as well. And what I want to share with you guys is the dream business system. If you had to say, okay, Chris, what does a dream business look like? This is what a dream business system should look like. You should have a premium value offer. And that can either be coaching, consulting, done for you services, masterminds, VIP days, a signature course, or something. You should have a premium value offer, as I shared with you yesterday, because that's going to hit your goals much faster. And typically that's priced anywhere from $2,000 to $100,000 plus. Then also, secondly, you should have a core product offer. A core product offer is some that's considered more low ticket, that gives extreme value to what you're doing, and can begin to generate consistent revenue as well. So like a book, or doing a challenge, right? Or workshops, things like that. And you can charge anywhere from $20 to $2,000 for a core product offer. And the third thing you should have is a continuity offer. Continuity offer is something that can bring in consistent revenue every month in your business. So software, or a membership site, or you actually being the bank. Like in our business, I'm able to be the bank. right? So we have financial arrangements set up with some of our coaching programs where literally we have payments coming in on a weekly basis in our coaching program. So I'm able to be the bank, right? So I'm able to create a continuity offer myself. And guess what? I have all three of these things in my business. I have premium value offer. I actually got 3 of them. I got several core product offers. I don't know how many, at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 core product offers. And as I mentioned, we're being the bank. I used to have a membership site as well. I used to do that as well, but I discontinued my membership site recently. So haven't done software yet, but it's something down the road we're probably going to end up doing. So I have set up all 3 in my business. So that way I can have a dream business that can bring revenue in from different places. And that's the place where you want to get to in your business as well. So what's your homework? Number 1, fill out your application. Haven't done so yet? Fill out your application. No money is accepted at this time. Again, this goes away tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. This will go away, and you will not have the opportunity to show up for the breakout session without filling out the application. So do that today if you haven't done so yet. Number 2, find an accountability partner in this group. You know, we've had some great conversations with our VIP members because, you know, I'm hopping on Zoom with them. But find somebody here that can be an accountability partner with you. You can hold one another accountable. So find that. And number 3, post a video testimonial in the Facebook group about your experience with this challenge. Right? If you recommend to others, simply go, post a video, state your name, say, hey, I joined Chris's Client Attraction Challenge because I was having these struggles. Now, since in the challenge, I've been able to get, these great things and learn this and that. And if you got VIP, share why it's worth getting VIP. And if you recommend to others, real simple testimonial video that kind of covers before you join the challenge, what you got from the challenge. If you're in VIP, share VIP is worth it. And if you recommend it to others. So post a video testimony in the group about your experience with this challenge. And if you would recommend it to others. And books and resources. 1 is A Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley. 2, The 4 Agreements by 𝐂𝐻𝐈𝐓𝐄. And 3, There's a Customer Born Every Minute by Joe Vitale. And you can get these books at my Amazon store there by going to amazon.com/shop/Chris the Sales Coach. All right. So that is it for day 4. So tomorrow, day 5. It's going to be an awesome session tomorrow. I'm going to share with you an amazing formula on how you literally can take a formula. I'm going to give you an outline of a top-notch marketing system that you can take and apply to your business right away. So I'm going to give you a whole step-by-step thing there. It's going to blow your mind. Also, I'm going to share the number 1 way to take a complete stranger to a buyer in your business today online as well. And so, and again, tomorrow, to where it works tomorrow, we have our general training. Then after that general training, we would do our breakout session as well. So, all right, my friends, that is it for today. I enjoyed you. I love you guys. It's been an awesome time. And I will see you all back mañana for day number 5. All right. Remember, put God first in all that you do, and you too shall succeed. Peace and God bless.